Getting across the India story to investors is a responsibility that we also take very seriously in the diplomatic routine. That involvement can at times also extend to hand-holding in respect of important projects. While the physical environment may be improving, it is also equally important that the enabling one for entrepreneurship does so. Making it easier to do business has been a consistent refrain over this last decade. This ranges from abolishing outdated rules and simplifying compliance procedures to limiting discretionary powers and encouraging deregulation. Side by side, a determined effort is underway to improve the ease of living for the average citizen. That is reflected in more efficient administration and better governance. But the game changer here has really been our digital public infrastructure. It has not only facilitated optimal use of resources and drastically reduced leakage, but also expanded the reach of social welfare measures. The role of digitally enabled governance in the transformation of India cannot be overstated. Whether it is nutrition support for 2/3 of our population, health facilities for more than half, social housing on a mass scale, benefit schemes for farmers, or unprecedented financial inclusion, none of this could have happened without the digital backbone. Significantly, our achievements in this sector are gaining increasing recognition abroad. We have started actually partnering with the Global South on similar initiatives. A crucial consequence of these developments has been the human resources sector, which is at last getting the attention that it has long deserved. It starts at the bottom of the pyramid, where there is far more effective delivery of basic needs, including nutrition, health, housing, and connectivity. As literacy and education rates in our society improve, there are direct implications for the quality of our workforce. Educational institutions have actually doubled in the last decade, but there is obviously much more work to be done. Skills enhancement has also become a focus in itself, both as policy and on the ground. Whether it is skills or educations, there is much to be gained by international collaboration, as in fact the history of this very institution can testify. We have consequently been active in assisting foreign universities and skills institutions to establish their collaborative or other presence in India. The initial results are already visible. As international demand for talent and skills increase across professions, we are obviously today in a much better position to meet it. In fact, addressing the needs of the global workplace is a major diplomatic goal for us. It is reflected in the mobility agreements that we have reached with many countries. Moreover, as more Indians go out in the world, we must arm them with greater confidence. Ensuring the welfare through evacuation in conflict situations, or indeed the manner in which we looked after them during the COVID pandemic, these send a very strong message to our citizens who go out in the world. Now, just as power has a comprehensive definition, so too does the concept of security. Nations, again I stress, especially the large ones, need to be reassured when it comes to energy security, food security, health security, or for that matter, even fertilizer security. That means ensuring the smooth working of supply chains and negotiating long-term arrangements and understandings. The COVID pandemic tested us in that regard when it came to vaccines, just as the Ukraine conflict impacted our energy access. By securing vaccine ingredients and accessing additional energy and fertilizer sources, we actually demonstrated that a responsive foreign policy can indeed deliver for every citizen. In an uncertain world, it is all the more important that we continuously diversify supply sources to ensure, to actually guarantee our national needs. With these considerations in mind, we are today endeavoring to forge new trade arrangements and promote fresh connectivity initiatives. While they certainly represent key facets of our policy priorities, it also speaks for the importance that the world attaches to ties with India. As we ascend the global economic hierarchy, the case for them will only get stronger. These exercises have long-term repercussions and therefore need to be embarked upon with great judiciousness. When it comes to trade, we will naturally be guided by our people-centric vision, just as our connectivity plans will be by strategic as well as economic considerations. Among the methods of promoting India abroad is through extending lines of credit and offering grant assistance. And you could ask me, why is that so important? So I would like to share with you, because this is a core activity of my ministry, that many projects that have resulted from these efforts, in our neighborhood especially, have been crucial for connectivity with our partners. There are other instances where such support has helped to introduce Indian companies and their products to new markets. And not least, as our own capabilities have forged ahead in domains like power grids, water infrastructure, highway building, or railways, we have actually been able to offer cost-effective solutions abroad. Showcasing this new India is very much at the center of the diplomatic mandate. The link between national development and foreign policy will only get deeper as the world globalizes and as we all embrace technology. To a considerable extent, our prospects must take into account access abroad, whether to markets, to resources, to technologies, or even to work opportunities. At the same time, some of our solutions emerge through collaborations with global partners. They hold the potential of leapfrogging our growth in many domains. In a competitive environment, our well-being and progress are best assured by creating a benevolent external environment that involves understandings and calculations as they do give and take, which are what diplomacy is all about. At one level, we have to optimize our positioning vis-à-vis key global players and regions. Agenda-based smaller groups are also being created. At another, stronger linkages need to be nurtured with our immediate and with our extended neighborhood. And as we plan for Viksit Bharat in 2047, the goal of foreign policy is to steadily expand our footprint beyond its current confines. The solidarity that we have built up with the global south creates a basis for doing so. As India develops, the world will definitely seek to engage us more intensively. While the key to our future lies in growth and modernization, a civilizational state must also draw on its history and culture. Technology and tradition must march together. Indeed, one reinforces the other. It is therefore essential that we think through the challenges ahead for ourselves rather than seek to emulate the models of others. We will be most competitive, friends. We will be most competitive when we find solutions that resonate with who we are. At the end of the day, Atmanirbhar Bharat is a mindset that a confident society will apply to every domain. And as we do so increasingly at home, I can assure you today that it will empower our diplomacy abroad. So with those words, once again, let me thank IIM Calcutta for this enormous honor. Let me thank you all for joining me today. And I can only say that for me, it's a matter of enormous pride to be part of your alumni. Thank you very much. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.